All right, we're back and we're going to be pulling together metaphors and the canonical questions and logical level shifts. This is really cool. Cool, interesting. There's a kinesthetic term, okay? Body sensation, that's cool. We'll get the ball rolling, which is a very vestibular term. We'll get the cool ball rolling. That's kind of interesting when you combine modalities around things like that. You know, we'll get the cool red ball rolling. Imagine a cool rainbow-colored ball rolling and gaining speed. So, what I have here is my philosophy cup. Okay, the philosophy cup started off as my Pepsi cup with lunch, and philosophers will be probably having a conniption fit because I'm going to very much use a frowned upon but still somewhat useful way of describing deduction, induction, and abduction. Abduction is the idea we'll read about. You can pick that up in Diltz's book, Sleight of Mouth. Lateral shifting. And abduction is absolutely critical to the process of forming good metaphors, or even bad metaphors. Still involve abduction. They just don't involve such brilliant abduction. A deduction, if we can see that on the philosophy cup here, the teaching cup. Deduction is concerned, in this bad sense of it, in this poorly defined sense of it, as moving from a general theory or principle to a specific case. Now, there's much more to deduction than that. And induction, in the simple sense, will be moving from specifics, lots of specifics, and forming generalities based on specifics at hand. Logic is mostly concerned with deductive processes, and informal human experience is probably more concerned with inductive processes. Okay, so that's the beginning of the philosophy cup. You are here. This is sort of your favored native zone. So there are many different you are here's. There are people who are here in very fine chunk size. There are people that go for a very big chunk size or very big scope, and other people go in very small scope or very fine-grained thinking, and other people use very large-grained thinking. So another kind of general term for that is somewhat undefined is granularity, which may involve both scope and category. However, let's assume you are here. Let's assume this is kind of the middle ground, kind of the default middle state of middle-sized granularity that we tend to kind of hang out in most of our day-to-day thinking. And we can go two ways with this. We can ask, what is this blank of? What is this an example of? What is this a part of? What is this an aspect of? What is this a component of? What is this a theory of? What is this a model of? Okay, and that's how we go up, and we get bigger in our thinking. Bigger, I guess, the submodalities, the pictures get bigger, perhaps less focused, more general, encompassing more things. Or we can get we can go down the little philosophy thing and down into inductive example land, and what is a or an example of this? What is a part of this? What is a component of this? What is a theory of this? What is a model of this? What is dissolved by this? What is explained by this? So the philosophy cup helps us shift up and down. We're going up into the clouds, or down, and picking up our magnifying glass and really checking in with small little pieces. If we're moving abductively, okay, we're doing sideways shifts. So we can move abductively up here, we can move abductively here, and we can move abductively down here, from one little tiny granular set of things to another little tiny granular set of things. Or boom, up, we can move up from one big set of big foggy generalities to another big set of generalities. And we can move in between. So this is now a little one step beyond the Altfeldian model. So part of this model was first made explicit to me by Jonathan Altfeld at Mastery Insight Institute. I highly recommend studying with John. He's great at unpacking stuff. And he came up with the model, and I think I found one level of finer finer clarification. I found a way to describe an example of the metaphor process, I think, a little more specifically. And it goes like this. Okay, you're here, you want to make a metaphor. So you go up one step, okay? You go up one step here. Jonathan says go up 2 steps. But anyway, one way or the other, you go up into the land of the generalities. You make an abductive shift, and then you go down 2 steps through here to a very specific, concrete example. And that's what makes metaphors really good, is the fact that they are a very specific image, a very specific sensation or image or something that grounds very clearly in your mind. So you go up, you ask, what is this and blank of question? Then you go down, down, down to what is a blank of this question. And that's basically the metaphor machine, the metaphor maker on my drink cup. That's how it's done, structurally. Now, going from being a structurally skillful person and understanding it skillfully to doing it elegantly and naturally will take a lot of practice and training.